In this video, I'm going to summarize the first 3 days of our live room, Markets with Gil, and then talk about trading rooms in general. How do we determine if a particular room is a good deal or not? So first of all, if you are new, Markets with Gil was a channel in our Discord group, but the moderator decided to open up a live room simply because it's much easier to call out trades live as opposed to typing them and then posting them, and by the time you've done that you missed half the move because S&P and Nasdaq can really move. So last week we had 2 days of open house and then 1 day of the actual room. These are my personal results. As I will point out, I actually did not participate in every single trade simply because I'm doing other trading related activities. And in my own trading, I know I have a rule: I don't have to participate in every single trade. Once I meet my goal, I am done. So the results I'm going to show you actually are below that of all signals called in the room. So on day one of the open house, the first trade was actually a losing trade. It was an S&P trade. It was a minus 5 points losing trade, and then right the following trade was +6, and so on and so forth. You can read this for yourself. At the end of the 3 days, my results were plus 26 S&P points. I also caught one Nasdaq call for plus 15 points. So this is my total for the 3 days. And again, I did not participate in every trade. I know the actual results are better than this. As a matter of fact, if anyone here watching who is part of the room, I would love to know your results. Maybe you can put them in the comments below. Look at the results. You're going to see that most of the trades that I took, I ended up getting between 3 and 5 points. The actual targets beyond the first target, there are a number of targets in his trades, but many calls are greater than 3 to 5 points, which goes again simply to my approach. I grab between, for the most part, between 3 and 5 points, which very often is the first target on the trade, and I just forego the second half, if you will, of the trade. Again, as a result, my totals are lower than they would have been. But for my trading, again, I'm not looking for the whole thing. I'm simply looking to grab nice profits daily and be done. I'm going to demonstrate one trade that took place on Friday actually to show you what I mean. So on Friday, there was a call in the room to short 57.82. So short 57.82. The high, by the way, is 57.82 and a quarter. Talk about your precision. 57.82 and a quarter was the high, and the targets were 77 and 74. 77 and 74. The low 73.75. Again, talk about your precision. I got, I believe, just 5 points out of that trade. I simply five. Did I get 5 or 4 points from this trade? I believe it was. Yeah, it was 5 points. It was this one. I got 5 points out of the trade, which means I got out at 77, which was the first target. I completely was out at 77, and I did not participate for the rest of the trade to 74. So the actual could have been 8 points, and I got out with 5 points. Again, just the way I think, targets are targets, and Gil has very specific targets that he talks about. But for me, I don't see anything wrong with getting out of a trade with profit, even if I do not catch the full move. I never kick myself saying, well, I should have stayed. Nope. I took the profit. I was happy with it, and I was out. So how do we evaluate if a room, any trading room, is worth the investment? Because that's what it is. It's an investment. For example, if I asked you if a particular trading room is $10 a month, is it a good price? Is it a good investment? And the fact is, this question does not give you enough information to make up your mind. For example, if a room costs $10 a month but results in $5,000 worth of losses, then it's a terrible room and the $10 a month was a terrible investment. However, if I'm going to ask you if a room is $500 a month, is it a good investment? Once again, I'm missing some information. What if you were to find out that a room that costs $500 a month gives you $5,000 in potential profits? The signals, I should say, produce $5,000 in profits. Then is $500 a good investment? Well, it's 1,000% return. I would say it's a good investment. So a room should never cost you money. A room should not only be free to you as a trader, but it should produce income. Otherwise, what's the point? So in the past 3 days, well, I should say in the 3 days that the room was open last week, I got 26 S&P points trading one E-mini, that's $1,300, and 15 NASDAQ points trading one mini, that's $300. So overall, this is $1,600 minus commissions, of course. But in 3 days, and an average month has what, 20 and 21 days. Now, obviously, I am not saying that every 3 days the room will produce such a profit. But with markets with Gil, there is an overall performance guarantee, meaning that the signals called out in the room for any period of 30 calendar days will produce a profit, at least enough to cover the cost of the room. This is something fairly unique. You're not going to see much of this in this industry. Again, the signals are guaranteed, not individual traders' performance. There is no way for us to guarantee individual traders' performance because obviously we don't know any particular trader's discipline, availability, if he chooses to participate in some trades and not in others, if he gets out of trades early, like I did, for example, right? I got out of most of these trades. I got out early, so my results would not be as good as the official results of the signals, but I'm okay with that. So Gil stands behind his trading ability, his understanding of the markets and the signals that he calls out in the room. Now, the Markets with Gil room is $99 a month. However, I think until November 5th or 6th, until November 5th or November 6th, there is a 25% discount. If you join by November 5th, so I just don't remember right now, but if you join by November 5th or 6th, you will pay only $75 a month for the first 2 months, just so you can see what this is all about. And if the signals in the room do not produce a laughable $75 a month in profit, assuming again one E-mini is traded, right? Everything is by one E-mini. If you trade 3 or 4 micros, you would have to judge it accordingly. But it doesn't even matter really if you trade micros or E-mini. The signals in the room will cover the cost of the room. So that's what I mean by a room should not cost you anything. The room should produce income for you, or there is no reason for you to stay in that room. And with this signal guarantee, if the signals in the room do not cover at least the cost of the room, assuming one E-mini is traded, you can ask for a refund and you will receive a refund for the subscription. Again, the room should produce income, not cost you anything. So a link to our Discord server is in the description. You can contact Gil if you are interested in subscribing to the room. I do believe this room is very unique. Not too many places that I'm aware of providing any kind of a signal guarantee of the trades, and we do have this here. So thank you all. I hope to see you in our Discord group. See you next time.